How is the listening experience evaluated? I find it interesting that most people reduce sound quality to a yes or no judgment, good or bad, clear or distorted. That's fundamentally wrong. Sound quality is layered. It's not fidelity, it's perception, it is context. And the research is quite clear about this. Timbre drives 70% of perceived quality. Tone, the texture, and spectral balance of a sound. Spatial attributes account for the other 30%. The sense of space, distance, and placement of sources that emit those sounds. Memory and expectation bias the whole picture as well. We do not judge sound in isolation. We compare it to what we expect, what we remember, and what social context demands, if you will. My sincere belief is that engineers who ignore this build systems and sound stages that measure well but fail in the market. Our perception bandwidth is brutally limited. The brain receives sensory input at roughly 1 megabit per second, but we consciously process about 40 bits. That's 25,000x compression and a 400 millisecond delay in conscious perception. If you think about this, and you start to see the problem. Most evaluations assume listeners can report objectively. They can't. Their brain is effectively dropping most of the data. And that's why listening strategies exist. Easy listening use a familiar environment and gear. Trained listening rely on expert ears, but this of course risks bias. Slow listening, long-term exposure, often seen as demanding as learning a new language too. Each strategy reveals different truths, but companies rarely invest in more than one. And evaluation methods reflect the same bias. Direct rating like Mushra or ITU-BS 1116 ask listeners to score differences. Simple in a way, but narrow. There are indirect methods like EEG, reaction times. These capture unconscious responses. It's more complex, it's more telling too. And there are of course hybrid methods that borrow from sensory analysis in food sciences, for example, and psychophysics. This provides richer insights and I would say rarely used. What most people miss is that subjective tests reveal preference. Indirect tests reveal limits of perception. I think both are essential. This is not academic trivia, by the way. It's a return on investment in a way. Think about a video conference tool with weak spatial cues that will drain attention effectively. And maybe a VR system with mismatched sound and visuals will break immersion. An accessibility tool that ignores slow listening leaves users behind. Sound is not decoration, it's infrastructure. And my not so popular opinion, if you measure sound by specifications alone, you will fail. Measure sound by perception alone, you will miss the mark repeatedly. But if you try to integrate both, you can build and design systems that are trusted, adopted, and remembered. And next time you hear somebody who says good sound, ask good for who, good in what context, and good by what measures. The answers separate memorable and immersive experiences from forgettable ones. Thanks for watching.